Someone just told me it's not easy. What do you think? Is it easy? Is it not easy? Stacking up wins, calling the shots, hitting the goals. Is it easy? Is it hard? I think it's pretty easy, honestly. I think we're very fortunate to be in the situation that we're in order to, live the life that we're living and create the games that we play. Because in a lot of ways, it is easy. Or at least, maybe easy is the wrong word. It's straightforward and predictable. And by it, I mean success. For any of our businesses, right? If you focus on lead measures and lag measures, everything becomes easy. Lead measures are the things that are in your control that directly lead to results at some point in the future. And that's the key to making everything easy. If you want to hit, let's say the lag measure is like 30,000 in monthly recurring revenue at your agency. Well, then your lead measure is you need to send 2,000 cold emails this month and have X number of meetings, and you need to close those deals, right? If your goal is you want to generate, 200 signups in 48 hours for a SaaS product, like we did recently for one of our SaaS products, then your lead measure is, X number of tweets, or reach out to X number of influencers and get them to talk about your product, whatever it is, drive that traffic. That's your lead measure. So that is how, when I say it's not easy, but it is simple and straightforward, that's what I mean. Everything you want in life is a to-do list away. Make the list of things that are going to have the biggest impact on hitting your goal, and then you do them one by one, day after day after day after day, until the thing happens. And when I say it's simple and straightforward but not easy, I mean everything on that to-do list might be one task, copy and pasted over and over and over and over again. Very simple. Do this one thing today. Most likely it's going to be reach out to customers. That's the number one thing when it comes to growing any sort of B2B business, is just reaching out to more customers and getting them on the list. So if every day you reach out to customers for even 1 hour a day, you'll grow your business. And that could be reaching out on Twitter DMs. It could be reaching out on cold email. It could be posting with Taplio and reaching out via LinkedIn outreach. It could be cold calling, whatever. Getting customers to see your specific offer every single day for an hour a day is how it becomes easy. Now, is it simple and straightforward? Yes. Is it easy? No, because that requires discipline. Well, it requires two things. It requires discipline and it requires knowing what to do. Discipline is the easiest of the two, because the way that I think about it is I could either be disciplined and do the one task that I set for today in order to ensure that my family and my team and everyone is set up for the rest of their lives, or I could not do my task for today and be forced to work 9 hours a day at an office job for somebody else, or 10 hours a day at a Starbucks serving coffee, or work 0 hours a day but have to live on the street as a homeless person, right? And when you think of it like that, which is easier? Is it easier to work on a task that you picked yourself for 1 to 2 hours a day? Or is it easier to grind away at a Starbucks for 9 hours a day? I would take the first one every single time. So when you think about it like that, it becomes easier, because there's no world where you sit around and do nothing. If you sit around and do nothing today and for enough days in a row, you end up having to work for the rest of your life. So I would rather have the discipline to not work. I don't even consider anything we do work. I'm literally making a video right now. Like, this is totally play. I would rather do this and have discipline with doing this than have to not have discipline and have to force myself to work for 10 hours at a cubicle. Just doesn't make any sense. Is it easy? No. Is it simple and straightforward? Yeah. And the fact is, you know exactly what you need to do, but you lean into the easy stuff instead. And sometimes the stuff that's easy for you is the hard stuff for me. So there's a lot of people on Twitter in this maker community, indie maker community, which we've tapped into now that we do a lot more SaaS projects, especially through Tom and Tebow on the Taplio team. They were in this indie maker space, talking about building software as a startup companies. And there's this heavy meme inside of the indie maker space of hating marketing, All of these guys are developers at like FANG companies. Like these are people that are making $200,000 to $300,000 a year developing. And when they get home to work on their side project, they don't want to do marketing. They don't want to do cold email. What do they want to do? They want to develop more. They want to code more. And the meme is all about how much they hate marketing, even though marketing is the most necessary thing for their business. Now, that's an opportunity for people like me and people like Robert, my co-founder, because we love marketing. In fact, I don't know how to code. I can barely code. I don't know if you watched that video when I was doing browse domains and messing around with the JSON script. That was tough for me. That was hard to do. I can't code. In fact, if I have to code anything, I'll just hire before I'll code anything, but I can afford to hire because I love marketing. And it's harder to hire a good marketer than it is to hire a good coder. Good marketers actually are impossible to hire. It's impossible to hire me. It's impossible to hire Robert because we know that working on our own projects has so much higher ROI than anything anybody could pay me to do. In fact, if I'm not having ownership in a company, there's no way I'm going to do anything except unless maybe if it's a personal favor for a friend. You know, like if Dennis, you want something, I'll help him out for free, but I'm not going to take money for that. So that's what happens to good marketers and good salespeople. They become impossible to buy. You have to get them onto your team. And it's weird because in the indie maker space, it seems like there's more developers than there are marketers, which is totally flipped from what it was when I first started entrepreneurship. In the circles I was in, you know, the make money online circles, people were trying to get technical co-founders. They were trying to find CTOs. How do I build this software idea? I don't know anyone who knows tech. I'm only the marketing guy. Now it seems like for some reason it's flipped and there's so many tech guys and so few marketing guys. So if you lean into marketing, which I know you're already passionate about because you're watching this kind of YouTube channel, then it will get easier and easier because there's so many people out there that can do the production work of coding. And the harder you are to replace, the easier your life will be. So if you are a marketer that can actually drive results, if you're one of these people that can come into a company and either take it from zero to thriving business in a couple months, or you could take it from regular business to unicorn in a couple months, then you'll never be hurting for a job. And what's cool is it's exactly what I've been saying the whole time. It's simple and straightforward. What drives growth at a SaaS company? Distribution. It's a good offer being shown to people that might buy it in large quantities. So if you want to make $1 million in sales, well, find out how many customers that is. If that's 10,000 customers at a 1% conversion rate, well, then you need to show it to 100,000, 1 million people. Okay, show your offer to 1 million people and you can have that number. And it's very simple, right? Then it just becomes, hey, how do I get 1 million people to see this? Who do I have to partner with? What channel are they most likely to convert on? Is it TikTok? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram ads? Is it Twitter? Is it YouTube? Is it cold email? How do I get the 1 million people to see this? And then you show it to them and then the numbers hold and then they buy. And it's very simple and straightforward. But it takes a lot of thought process to get to that point, to understand that, oh, all I have to do to hit this goal is do these 3 things and actually just do them instead of hold myself back through mental blocks or hold myself back through procrastination. Okay. And then you go out and you do those things and then you succeed. And then that's it. And then life becomes easy. So if you look at somebody who's farther along than you, and you look at somebody whose life is easy, look at the skills that they have. Most likely, they have some kind of marketing or sales skill, and they're practicing it at the highest levels. Even the greatest artists in the world are marketers and salesmen before art. Yes, they're great at their craft, sure, but they're also great at selling. So it can be easy, but it's not necessarily easy. It is simple and straightforward. So get out there, make your list of tasks, and go and crush it. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to smash that like button to encourage this type of content on YouTube. Subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.